On December 2nd, 1970, Srila Prabhupada wrote, "My dear Puri Maharaj, perhaps you are my only godbrother who has appreciated my humble service to the cause of Guru Gauranga. So, Maharaj, could you tell me the first time that you met Srila Prabhupada and what your impression of Srila Prabhupada was at that time?
प्रथम रे आपण प्रभुपाद सहित मिसले के जो ये करले सीधो कहे केमती कोठी स्वामी महाराज सहित प्रथम रे तांगे गृहस्थ थिला बेले आपण जो मिसले जोटे मिसथिले सेइडू आपण कहे
when Swami Maharaj was at in Calcutta, and there is one lane, Sitakanta Banerjee lane, where he was staying with his, what you call, medicines, some medicines, Ligadin and all these medicines he has discovered. And there by him we were staying there. We were there with Sridhar Maharaj and Kesav Maharaj and our Ashram Maharaj. Sometimes we used to come there for Navadvip collections, and sometimes also we come there for some other business. So I had the occasion to meet him, and he told about his future program, visiting America. He often used to show the books he wrote on Bhagavat, 2 books. And one magazine he wanted to start, it is called Back to Godhead. And of course we talk so many things, and he often used to ask me, I will go to America and you please come away from this institution, and you will be a sub-editor of my paper. I said, I am in institution now, and I have no... I was young then, so when he talked about foreign countries, I said, I cannot go foreign now. Anyhow, he used to convince me, and there we used to talk 43, 44, 45, 46, those days. And after that, from there, 48, I went to Ramananda Gaudiya Math as in charge, sent by our Tirtha Maharaj, Kunja Babu. He was the president, and now there was a litigation, and it was decided. Some temples were given to him, and some temples were Vasudev Prabhu, and he is now in charge of other temples. In it, this mutt on the banks of Godavari, the Ramananda Gaudiya Math, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj has established the footprints of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. They are in 32. And then, since then, it was maintained by all their followers. So I went there. Until then, I was with him, talking with him. But then, no question of sannyasa and all these topics had come. Of course, so I went away in 48. And now I could not able to have any correspondence with him. And just after sannyas, he went to America. And 65 or so, 65. And in 71, we fixed the opening ceremony of our Rajamendri temple in the month of June 3. And I wrote to him that you should come and open the temple. Then he wrote that I am coming to India in 71. Then I said that you should come here and open this. Then he obliged. He came with 9 members. Among them, what is senior?
Guru Krupa.
No, senior.
Shama Sundar. Shama Sundar.
Not Samasundar. Samasundar was but senior sannyasi of your temple. ISKCON.
Kirtanananda.
No.
Achyutananda.
No, Achyutananda, young fellow. Achyutananda, another. He came here 15 days, he was here.
Madhudisa. Madhudisa.
No.
Hansaduta.
Powerful.
Who?
What? His name is, I forgot his name, a tall figure.
Guru Das.
Came here. Asked the lady. Kebe?
Amar Mandur Paiva Pare.
Josodanandana.
Josodanandan Jagdan.
Hansaduta. Hansaduta. He came here when we opened this temple.
Yeah.
Maharaj said.
Who was here when you had there is agitation? He was here.
Hansaduta.
Hamsaduta.
Yeah.
Hamsaduta came. Hamsaduta came and other 2, 3 sannyasis and some brahmacharis and all these people came. And there were 7 days there. After that they went to Bombay, and from Bombay they came to Madras, and from Madras he was also with them. He came to Visakhapatnam. Guru Krupa was there. Because there is a book published here, Charitamrita, some Charitamrita. In it your name is mentioned. His name is mentioned.
Prabhupada Lilamrita.
Lilamrita, Prabhupada Lilamrita. But in detail they never published about our institution or the correspondence and about this opening of this temple. They have never returned. I think there must be something that so he had. And again he was here for nearly 20 days he was here. Nearly 20 or 22 senior people. Brahmananda is the brother and also many. I don't remember the names. And they were very happy to take all the dishes of South Indian preparation and North Indian preparation, Andhra and Tamil preparations, all preparations were taken, very happy. And after that, Maharaj asked us to follow Mayapur. I and Nityananda Prabhu, Ananda Prabhu, and our Tirtha Bhakti Vijay Tirtha Maharaj. They all come with me. So with their batch, he took us to Mayapur. And there at Mayapur, they performed a ceremony and foundation ceremony was performed. Maharaj was standing on the top. We were in the pit. I and Pradyumna both went and performed this celebration. And Prabhupada said, I want to give a feast. And then inviting all the godbrothers, I said, Maharaj, you should go and invite. He went and invited all. And he asked me to go to my Navadvip and invite Narayan Maharaj and Bhaman Maharaj also was there. Maharaj didn't come, Narada Maharaj. He told many things against Maharaj. And I returned back. And in the function, almost all the brahmacharis and sannyasis, Sar Maharaj, one among the old, and Akinchan Maharaj, this follower of Goswami Maharaj, they have attended. And it's a big feast. And after that feast, in the evening, our Maharaj, Madhav Maharaj and Davar Maharaj and Madhusudan Maharaj and our Puri Maharaj, they came. And when they came, Maharaj received them. And first topic is, they complained why you have taken this, the Prabhupada's title. But he said, it was a long back, this question. When my disciples asked how, in what way we can address you, then the big moment, or anyhow, I have replied them, you call me as Prabhupada. Now it is introduced. Now it is introduced. What shall be done now? That we have given Prabhupada's name. Nothing they took anything, just they talked and went away. That's all. And I told them, Maharaj, why should you fight for the title? That he has done so much service in Western countries in a small period, he could change Western countries. That is a credit to you all. For a small name, these Prabhupada names were given even to Goswamis, all Goswamis, that what is his name? Pranavallabh Goswami and the other Goswamis, they adopted this Prabhupada name. So the Prabhupada or Vishnupad, no difference. A disciple should call his spiritual master not the naked name, but he should add Vishnupad. Om Vishnupada so and so. Not the neck. And Prabhupada also same thing. And what difference is there? No difference. Why should you unnecessarily ridicule others? And because I have invited him to open the ceremony, then of course they never told about that. But some, not all, some complain. Because in this ceremony I have invited Puri Maharaj to do this Archana function. And for every temple opening ceremony, Puri Maharaj used to go, and another, our Srauti Maharaj. These two people go for to make the ceremony. And he was also there. But he in the meetings there and meetings, 7 days meetings, Puri Maharaj also there, and Swami Maharaj there. They were speaking. He never attacked. And here on that day also he has come. Anyhow, they went away. Then Shar Prasad was distributed to all, and Swami Maharaj gave one Krishna book and a cloth and 10 rupees, 5 rupees. He gave. And Krishnadas Babaji was also there, he came. I don't remember all, yet they have come, that's all. And after 1 or 2 days, we returned back. Over there for 7 days. That one lady was there, the wife of that, what is that person who was doing carpentry work? Nabi Koilo Satanata.
Madhudisa.
Huh?
Madhudisa.
No.
Carpentry work.
He was the secretary. He was the secretary of
Malati.
Maltar Bhai, Swami 3. Sham Sundar. He is a nice gentleman, Sham Sundar. Very noble gentleman. And Malati also was very good. Maharaj used to ask Malati, you prepare food for Puri Maharaj and for our party. But Ananda Prabhu used to prepare all this. He prepared, never allowed to prepare. And after that we returned back. And Maharaj said that an Indian medicine and Indian cook, a devotee, then it is very difficult to get cook. And Ananda Prabhu, I requested Ananda Prabhu to spend some days with Maharaj. He was for 2 years, but he could not be able to move with these Westerners, and is very, very strict. And Maharaj, he also told something, sided them. Then he said, I am not going to stay here, I will go away. and came down. And we used to hear about his preaching work, but we had no occasion to come and again when he came here to Calcutta, the first where the lodge is now there he asked to come. I went there, I was here 4 days, and all big meetings were held there. And after that, 77 we were going to Badrinarayan with 120 pilgrims. We were staying in our Madhav Maharaja's temple. And Maharaj was here. And somebody told that Puri Maharaj has come with so many. Maharaj was lying on the bed. And he said, I heard that Maharaj is here. I went with some prasadam, Ananda Prabhu, myself, and Bhutaburta Prabhu, Ashram Maharaj, all of us went. And Maharaj was very glad and he asked this now. He has asked what I'm talking about.
Basu.
No. Yes. He was in charge of South India temples.
Radhanath.
No. Koilo na Tanada. Here.
South India. Tamal Krishna.
Now you told his name. And he
Shyamsundar.
He was in charge. He wrote about Dr.
Hansaduta.
Hamsaduta. He wrote an article and he said, you Hamsaduta, read that your article, Maharaj will hear. He condemned that Dr. Kovuru. He belonged to Lanka. He was an atheist. And he wrote a big article against him. I said, he's doctor. He laughed. Yes, doctor. There was a controversy. The bridegroom's party and the bride's party. The bride party said, what is bridegroom, what is he? He is a doctor. Then they asked, what doctor? Medical doctor? No, he is a doctor. Literature or science or something? No. To all the questions they say no. And at last they said, then conductor. And Maharaj laughed. And audience all laughed. He was lying. And then they prepared some prasad and gave us. And we came back. And after some days he passed away. We went there. We did not come to Vrindavan again. We reached Visakhapatnam.
ଆପଣ କହିଲେ 10 ବର୍ଷ ବଞ୍ଚିବା ପାଇଁ ବେଶୀ
Here only. Here, when he was lying, and I said, Maharaj, you should survive 10 more years. How can I survive? You see my pulse? My sharp pulse was not beating. Then how can you say that I must stay 10 years? I cannot stay 10 years. Unless you stay, there will be no peace and unity among these Westerners. They are very strong heads. They won't unite. After your demise, the institution will be nowhere. At least you must put them in line. They should have some tradition. In India, there is some tradition, but in Western countries, no tradition. Then he said, what to do? Everything Krishna's will. And he passed away.
ଆପଣ
Or previous to that, then, on other occasions, I asked Maharaj, you have established 11 gurus. There is no harmony, there can be no harmony. Guru must be one. You have selected 11 gurus. He said, I have not selected. I have appointed 11 Ritiks. I said, Ritik, as long as you survive, they are Ritiks. After your demise, they are gurus. And unless Guru blesses the disciple to sit on the throne and continue the service, he cannot survive. He cannot sit there. He must go down. And actually it is happening now. Then he said, what shall I do now? What shall I do now? Once he introduced that all the temples, centers, the presidents must be tyagis, sannyasis, not grihasthas. Then all the grihasthas, those who are dominating, they offered the resignation. Then he said, it is an headache to me. He only proposed it, that it is better. So, now the Tamala Krishna, he made that proposal and put before Prabhupada. And all the residents came to know, and they say, we resign. Then he stopped discussion. So it was not under his control at the last moment. Everybody wants to be a ruler, not to be ruled by the constitution. No constitution. Of course, constitution is there. Since then, I had an idea to speak in the what is that group members, GBC members. I thought of speaking to them, GBC members. What is the aim of the institution? What is the aim? I want to ask them. What is the aim of this institution established by Swami Maharaj? The name is given ISKCON, International Krishna Consciousness. How far we have developed Krishna consciousness? At least 1%. Or we are sincerely trying to develop it. But nobody gives any answer. Then what it is now? No Krishna consciousness, only finance consciousness, wealth consciousness, or name consciousness. I had an idea too. I want that the Swami Maharaja's institution should not be destroyed, because He has served this institution. All his blood he has given. So much service he has done to get this institution succeed. May what is you are doing? No other Swamiji has done so much to improve this prachar throughout the world. He has done it. It is all to the blessings of Lord Gauranga and his Guru Gauranga's blessings. He told, you know me well. It is all my Prabhupada's blessings and blessed Prabhupada and Gauranga's blessings. I have written this, or I have talked this, I have done my duty. Now the rest depends upon the Lord. What can I do? He labored hard. When other Swamiji went, he spent 3 lakhs in those days. He could not bring, staying there, even one disciple. Only one fellow came from Germany. And he also went away afterwards. But Prabhupada has done so much labor without food. He taught everything, how to cook, how to clean, how to make a garland, how to prepare all the prasad, how to decorate, everything. And about books, this sort of printing and the photos, it is his invention. Even the Christian missionaries, they were advanced in book distribution, but now they have failed. He has in such a way, he has developed his book department, and it is his ideas acted. In Bhagavatam, all photos, different varieties of photos he has written. Even nobody, it is a new thing. You don't find photos of different types. He has adopted. It was his suggestion. And he gave more importance to books. That is why he says only books. Even our Prabhupada said, you should print books. Only small books. But Europeans, Westerners, they are not satisfied. They are not pleased seeing a small book. Only big volumes with title page and all cover page must be dazzling. So he has invented. Now you see, we have seen every householder has one set of Bhagavata and one set of Charitamrita. He had never seen opened the book. But they preserved on the table, they are preserved. And he has done this. He has invented it. Nowhere you find such book distribution. It is not, now the institution is maintained by book distribution. In India, people, they are subscribing for this, some 10,000
Life member.
life members. In Europe, no life members. England, America, no life members. Only books. They sell books, free. So that is how he has invented this. But his blessings, he never wants that the institution with hard labor he has established will be ruined. He never wants. But the institution is there, that it should not be commercialized. The spiritual strength must be there. Krishna consciousness should be there. That is why you must appeal, that's all. We have nothing, we are not going to accuse anybody. Of course, when a great Acharya comes and goes away, naturally, in every sampradaya, it is the case, always. And now Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, he has introduced many new things in the society. But after his demise, it also shattered. And Swami Maharaj also has done his very hard labor. And after his demise, now the problem is, there should be at least a unity among the Vaishnavas. As our Maharaj says, at least unity. Because if he is different, what harm is there to talk and freely use the words? What harm is that? No harm. But Pratihingsa tyaji anya karavi palan. We should not have the retaliation tendency. We must always have that all to live and let others live. Now it is very difficult to unite. Nobody. Kali Yuga, this is Kali Yuga. Everybody is independent. Even a disciple is independent and Guru is independent. And Guru cannot claim that I have got so many disciples, because disciples are independent. The disciple is one who surrenders. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshana. Unless they surrender, they cannot teach and they cannot learn. Not only here in colleges, universities, no surrender. The same is in religious institutions also. If you force them, they will go away. And you cannot maintain the institution, so you have to obey them. It is the case, very bad. The more you are increasing the number of disciples or number of institutions, the burden is upon you only. The main person should carry the whole burden to accommodate the public and dealings with the public, and now the finance position also should be reformed. All this in Kali Yuga very difficult to change others. Tadvidhi pranipata, no pranipata, no pariprasna, no seva, nothing seva. We cannot be realized. Now our aim should be at least to do our individual bhajan and should not destroy the channel, and preserve as far as we can preserve the channel. No further pressure can be given. Nobody will listen to you. Nobody. I have no disciple. Prabhupada said, I have got 4 disciples. 2 legs, 2 hands. 4 disciples. No disciple. Though he has disciples, he never think that. So he introduced Prabhu. One should call another brahmachari his god brother Prabhu. That Prabhu means master. I am his servant. So he also even called his disciples, he used to call Prabhu. Prabhupada used to call Prabhu. Bhakti Vijay Prabhu, he says. Not Bhakti Vijay. He says Bhakti Vijay Prabhu. Or this secretary, Kunja Baba, Kunja Bihari, Vidyabhushan Prabhu, he says. Sundarananda Prabhu, Vasudeva Prabhu, he used to call them. He has introduced this. Nobody knows this. No institution they have adopted this, that one the disciple should call his another disciple, not this a naked name, but name Prabhu must be added.
Maharaj, there is one quality of pure devotee that he saw in Swami Srila Prabhupada. Maybe he can tell us what quality of pure devotee he saw.
spoken many quality. ତାଙ୍କର କ୍ୱାଲିଟି ବିଷୟରେ ଟିକେ କହିବେ ବୋଲି
Huh?
ତାଙ୍କର କ୍ୱାଲିଟି ବିଷୟରେ
Karo.
ସ୍ୱାମୀ ମହାରାଜ
It's very difficult to speak about the quality of a Vaishnava. Unless the Vaishnava blesses one, he cannot speak. But fine, the Vaishnava, even the Devata Chinite Nare Vaishnava.
ଦେବରେ ଚିହ୍ନିତେ ନାରେ
All devatas, all the demigods could not able to understand about a Vaishnava. So how can you say anything? And whatever the qualities he had, all devotional qualities he possessed. And that we can know him that he is great only by preaching. That in 10 years, there is no history, no record in anywhere. Preaching in 10 years, he has established this divine name everywhere, as it is told in Mahaprabhu's future. Mahaprabhu said in सर्वत्र प्रचार हुए मोर नाम पृथ्वी पे आते जो तो नगरा विग्राम. So everywhere was. Now you see everywhere Harinam. Though Maharaj went away 20 years already, but you see now everywhere may parties, there may be parties, but they do the same nama. If the number of parties increase, no laws. If they maintain the rules, moral and spiritual rules, that will help. If not, there will be Kartabhadra, Aulu, Baulu, Kartabhadra, Neda, Dorabeso, Science, Ajiyas, Matra, Jat Gosai. There are the 13 Apasampradayas. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote. Now, if they don't follow, then it will be number will be doubled. That's all. And this happens. None can able to start. Now people are only we should have an aim that calm our prema. What is calm? Self-satisfaction. What is prema? Krishna satisfaction. So if our attention, if our desires, and if all our activities aim at Krishna's, that is, Rupa Goswami says, Anukulya Sankalpa Pratikulya Vivarjana. We must accept what is favorable to devotion. If all the devotees, all the sampradayas, all the institutions should have a common aim, that devotion should be there. And whatever favorable to devotion, they should try to accept it. And whatever not favorable, unfavorable, they must give it up. That is wanted. Now nobody can teach you. Prabhupada has created an institution where no other institution can teach you, because he made you scholars, because from top to bottom you could know everything. All the translations and all the writers, everything is what translated, everything. No other people can able to talk to you. But now we must think how far we are advanced towards the purity of devotion. That we must try to know.
May I ask a
Hare Krishna. Many thanks to you that we offer.
One more question. My daughter, who is 11 or 12 years old, is attached to Prabhupada, my brother. Technically, can she take Diksha from my Prabhupada, or must she find a living guru to take Diksha?
ତାଙ୍କର ତାର ଝିଅ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି, 11 ବର୍ଷ ଝିଅ ଅଛି, ସେ ପ୍ରଭୁପାଦଙ୍କଠୁ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ନେଇପାରିବ କି ସେ ଫଟୋ ରଖିକି ବୋଲି ପଚାରୁଛି?
ଝିଅଟା
ହଁ
ହରିନାମ ନେଇଛି
ନେଇନି, ସେ ପ୍ରଭୁପାଦଙ୍କଠୁ ନେଇପାରିବ କି?
ଏବେ
ହଁ, ପ୍ରଭୁପାଦଙ୍କୁ ଗୁରୁ ଭାବିକିରି ସେ ସେମିତି କରିପାରିବ କି?
ନା। Anybody should take the living gurus. No guru already passed. How can you take Harinam? You will touch the photo of that and take Harinam. You can take, but it is not the process. It is not the process.
So she must
And now it is a difficult question. As one Prabhupada has given Harinama, he has not given Diksha. And to such person, Diksha is not necessary. As Prabhupada in Shastra quotation says, no Diksham, no Purascharjam Manakekati. No Purascharana, no Diksha function is necessary. It was Haridas, only Naam. Importance to Naam is. But the institution requires that one must approach a living sadhu, and take his advice. And he must give Diksha as well as Shiksha. And if he finds anything more, want to know more, he can take Shiksha from number of gurus. But Diksha Guru must be one. That is our Shastra quotation.
ଚିଠିରେ ଆପଣ ଲେଖିଥିଲେ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥଙ୍କ ମନ୍ଦିରକୁ ଯିବା ପାଇଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଆପଣ ଚିଠି?
Yes, Prabhupada told me, and you please try, because Vishwanath Das was our friend, and he took us to his village, and there for 7 days we were there, and he said, you please talk and see that my devotees are allowed to happen. But there,
About Puri Jagannath
Chi-
temple to enter the desert.
he was chief minister. Vishwanath Das, he comes from Brahmins community, and he was very, very religious minded. And he has no power, because this religious Puri, according to they have got their code. They should follow that code only till now. How the dress will be, what are the offerings will be, everything is according to code they follow. There is that Sabha. Ki Sabha Sabha?
ମୁକ୍ତି ମଣ୍ଡପ ସଭା
Amukti Mandap Sabha. All the old people, they sit there. And they can change, but they also cannot change. Because in our code,
ମାଦଳା ପାଞ୍ଜି
Madhura Pandji, they will code. So I went and gave me one Krishna book. I met Pichanath Das. I gave him, and I said, you please take initiation to see that some change can be adopted there. But he is not a strong, chief minister. I said, yes, I will try. And after that, the ministry has gone, he died.
Prabhupada registered in letter to Maharaj to try to enter disciples in Puri temple. Maharaj saying that.
And now here, all these Europeans, they can mix with Indians, especially in Italian people. They mix. If they remain in India and learn some local language, and they are just like Indians. And why now so many people go, enter into the temple and have darshan? Nobody checks them. Nobody. And he also can go. Nothing, no harm. They are not so much rigid, follow rigidity. All the police people are there. Many people go. And in the time of Ratha Jatra, they climb the Ratha and they come. Not here when the Ratha is here near the temple. On the way, the night, nobody will be there. And if they go, just to pay 10 rupees.
ଥିଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଯାଇପାରି ଯିବେ ଥିଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି
They climb and go. No dispute. And for other Europeans, those who are devotees, naturally they also have something, some devotion. Jagannath knows that. So they are allowed. He is also, you are also a disciple of Prabhupada.
Yes.
You are having this Tripundra.
त्रिपुंड नहीं राधे राधे श्याम नाम
Radhe Radhe.
हरे कृष्ण
All the Advaitavadis, they are
त्रिपुंड
all
त्रिपुंड 3 लाइन
Oh, I see.
this is called Tripundra. And Vaishnava says, if she is Tripundra, not Urdhapundra, Tripundra, you must go subtly and take a bath. With the glass you must take a bath. That's the restrictions are there. Of course, the Advaitavadis, they never think. But Vaishnavas then cannot tolerate it. They say, we never allow you. Go. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. If Prabhupada cannot live long, how can he give Harinam? And Sampradaya must be there. It is not Christianity, as you say, Father is one. And who is that? Jesus Christ. So whoever gives it is Jesus Christ. But actually this is called Mayavada. This is Mayavada. That they say, and some of the people here also in Bangalore, they say Prabhupada, there is none equal to Prabhupada. But if you are not fit to have the association of Prabhupada, then you are not born or but young. Now when you come, you cannot say that Prabhupada only my guru, nobody else. No. You must have the patience, because Prabhupada cannot survive for 100 years or 200 years. And all the people, those who are not born, they will born after 100 years. And what should they do? They cannot say that Prabhupada only must give Harinam. We cannot give. Only selected sadhus with good qualities must accept. Then, if so, you should born in the time of Prabhupada, so that you will get chance. And those who were born in the time of Prabhupada could not avail the chance, their misfortune. And this Chaitanya Bhagavat author says, why this stupid life has come after 50 years he was born. Mahaprabhu's disciple, 50 years he was born. Now he says,
Vrindavan Das Thakur.
Vrindavan Das Thakur says, why this stupid life has come now? It is only a burden I carry. Yes. And that sort of feeling also will take him nearer to the Lord. কেন আছে প্রাণ এস কিছু খোলা গিয়া নরোত্তম দাস কেন না গেল মরিয়া why is Narottama is surviving? You could not born then and you should die. Let me die. That feeling also bring nearer to the Lord. That feeling now also that feeling is wanted. Raghunath Goswami says, Sunyayate Mahagostam Girindro Jagarayate Jagratundayate Kundam Jivatu Rahitasame. I have no life. My life Rupa Goswami has gone. Raghunath Goswami is surviving. He says, why you are surviving? Why? Yes, your construction is stronger than the steel. It is why death doesn't come to this body. If death comes, who will resist? Who will resist this separation difficulties? Who will resist? Unless this body is steel like hard, so my heart is no death will come to it. Because if death comes, there is no need of suffering. But when there is life, so without death I must suffer. So God has given me that body is so strong body that no death comes early. They are also weeping. You go. Oh, now at 11 Koitrapara. Dibago.
ବେଶୀ କିଛି ବଡ଼ ଇଏ ନାହିଁ କି ତାଙ୍କର
ବଡ଼ ଆଉ କ'ଣ
ସେ ହରିନାମ କୀର୍ତ୍ତନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି
ଏବେ
ହଁ ତାଙ୍କର ଅହରାତ୍ର
अरे हरे कृष्ण
In Prabhupada's books, he describes the guru and how attached to Guru Mahadikari. Is there ever an example of a guru falling down?
no example like ଯେ ଗୁରୁ ସବୁ ଫେଲ୍ ଡାଉନ୍ ହେଇଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ସେ ବିଷୟରେ
Yeah, because everything depends upon the blessings of Guru and Sadhu. with the blessings of a sadhu and a guru, one can reach and one can be in the path. Lack of sadhu's blessings and guru's blessing, one man may be more intelligent and more philosopher, great philosopher, with all good qualities, he cannot stand. It is nayam atma pravachanena labhya na medhaya na bahuna srutena jamai vaisya brunute. One must surrender. If one surrendered to the Lord, surrendered to the Guru, surrendered to the Vaishnavas, surrendered to all, because his conception is all this world belongs to the Lord. All the creatures, Pranavet Dandavat Bhumo, Aswa Chandala Gokhala, he must offer his Satanga Pranam even to a ass, a dog, a cat, a dog eater. Actually not the form of the dog, but the Lord who is pervading, all pervading is there. So one must be humble always like that. Unless there may be 1 out of 1 million sadhu. Sadhus are not gems, they are gems. They are lying deep in the unfathomed ocean. And these gems are not floating or side of the road you can get gems. Sadhus are there. Without sadhus, the world cannot survive. Sadhus are there. Sadhus are there. But one must be fortunate to come in contact with sadhus.